I've done a countless amount of videos talking about tokenization and all of that. So I wanted to spend this video kind of wrapping things up because it's a trip that people keep falling for, this sort of gimmick, right? But it's by design. That's very clear. Hollywood is essentially orchestrated by white leftists. And when I talk about tokenizing characters and race swapping and stuff like that, what they have said, and this is just breaking it down in fundamental terms, what they have said, these Hollywood elites have said that yes, and though it doesn't just happen in Hollywood, it happens in, let's say, comics sometimes as well. But talking about Hollywood, when they want to do live action depictions of classically, let's say, white characters, just as an example, being changed to black characters, right? So a list of them, certainly that popped up in recent years. What they are saying is that there's this list of black characters that exist. Instead of expanding on them, doing live action depictions of them, we would instead like to change a classically white character and give you the sloppy seconds. So it already has its popularity. We put it through years, just of grinding, and years of decades, hell, through the grinder. And instead of giving, not necessarily giving you, the characters half the time already exist. Instead of basing material off of those characters that are historically black, classically black, and that already exist, instead we'll race change the white ones. And that shit is insulting, right? And the con and the gimmick of it all, and I guess it's, I don't know, what is it, fucking wizardry or whatever, that you get these black folks in that example that are the most protective of this dumb shit, right? Oh, well, race is just a fictional character. It's just a fictional character, right? That's never an argument, because if you say, let's say if we change Black Panther to a white person, oh, well, race is part of that character. So, okay, it has nothing to do with a fictional character. You're just moving this goalpost left to right, left. As many times as you can move it, you'll move it. Nonetheless, they have said that fuck your characters that already exist. You don't deserve to get years put in the grinder, right? Years of building, character building, expansion. Instead of doing that, we'll just give you a hand-me-down, right? And they've convinced these black folks they're the most protective when this shit happens. Classically white character gets changed to black. It's just a fictional character. Oh, race is not part of the character. Who cares? You know what I mean? Again, if you change it, if you talk about the other characters, then it becomes, well, that race is close to that character. It never was about the fictional character, if that's the case, right? So they're full of shit. We already know that, but why expect consistency from these people? But they become the most protective of the people that are insulting them, and that is, in this case, Hollywood, right? For the sake of the tokenizing, the diversity points, they dangle that shit in front of you, and you say, oh, yes, my own little character. Oh, yes, the little kids, they get to see black version of a classically white character. They're going to feel so inspired, right? It's fucking insulting, man. Meanwhile, these characters exist. These characters that they're basing them on, they exist. They're classically black. They're already out there, or they can build new ones. But why do that when they can just give you a fucking hand-me-down? And it's funny, when I say shit like that, oh, he's a self-hating black person, right? The guy that, I mean, never mind my background with all these goddamn black characters, but the guy that wants original black characters somehow hates himself, while you are, yes, Queen Slay, at white folks giving you a hand-me-down, right? White folks saying, we've already developed these characters for decades. Merchandise is out there. Generations of people have grown up understanding who this character was. Now we can pass them to you, right? Even though everybody knows the original ain't you. That's the funny thing about this, is that those fools are the most protective of these race changes, and they are the ones getting insulted. And it works, obviously, when the executives put this plan into action, because that's what they're trying to get, right? You to protect them, slay, go support it, right? Go support that shit. even though instead of giving you your own fucking character, which again, it ain't even about giving you shit. They already exist amongst all sorts of arts. These characters already exist. Mythology, these characters already exist. They're black characters up and down. There is no shortage of them. There's no shortage of them. But instead of taking them and expanding on them like they've done these white characters, they give you the hand-me-down because you are going to be satisfied. And because you're too stupid to realize you're being insulted, you're on Twitter making these snarky jokes. Oh, we're sticking it to the racists. We're sticking it to the racists by changing this character. No, dumbass. You're about to line the pockets of people that recognize that all you need is the race dangled in front of you. Meanwhile, the black characters are put on the back burner and not expanded upon. But the original white character that everybody knows is originally white, you're okay with giving. And it's crazy to me how a lot of these actors take these gigs. I understand. I ain't mad at nobody for getting their money. But these motherfuckers are taking gigs of class. Like, there's no way, if I was an actor, right? There's no way, and I do a lot of voice acting, but there's no way that I'd be like, you know what? That white character, yeah, we're going to change him black. I'm going to voice him. Like, that shit's fucking for losers, bro. Like, man, these line of black characters, you can't give me one of them. Yo, you know what I mean? But again, that's the art of it all. And that these people will be protected. You can go on Twitter right now, no matter what the topic of the conversation is, and race swaps. That's what they do. They'll protect them, make snarky comments, they call you all sorts of names because you want something to be sticking to the source material. They'll call you out your name, all kinds of crazy shit. Not realizing how stupid it is, and it's fundamental, breaking this shit down for the fundamental common man to understand. Classically white characters right here, classically black characters are right here. Instead of taking this one and giving that to, let's say, the black actor or the black actress, they give you the white ones. So all you're doing is expanding upon and growing the classically white character. You're not sticking it to any races. People might be frustrated, and it ain't just racists that are frustrated at that shit. Sick of y'all changing shit that's unnecessary. There's no shortage of white actors. There's no shortage of black actors. And there's no shortage of characters. And if you feel that way, just create a new one. But instead, let's just keep growing these white characters by race changing them because everybody already knows that they are classically white. And these motherfuckers are too stupid to realize that they are being insulted because essentially what they're saying is that you are not good enough to have your own character developed upon. Instead, we're just going to give you the classically white character that we put through the grinder for decades at a time. You are fucking stupid.